Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to might as well have it say it. So it's been probably 3 weeks if I was to guess since I last played Resident Evil 5. And we need to do the DLC. We will go ahead and play in these crazy costumes for a little bit, but that might not even work, come to think of it, because we're going to this extra content. So there's Lost in Nightmares and Desperate Escape, and for all I know this could just be 30 minutes of an experience, or it could be between the two of them 15 more hours of gameplay. So we just need to jump into it and see. Of course, since it's been a while, I doubt I'll play that well, but that's fine. Like I think most people would probably take a break after playing all of Resident Evil 5. It is a rather long game before playing the DLC, and if you bought the game originally, you're almost certainly not going to be capable to you're just not going to be capable to have played the DLC immediately. I'm going to do amateur. Like, whatever you can get here is probably not that much. And I don't even know if I'm going to get emblems or gold.
Jill and I were ordered by the BSAA's European headquarters to apprehend him. We accepted that mission in the hopes of uncovering some info that would lead us to Wesker.
It's a little strange she'd pick a lock, but I guess they're going in quiet.
Chris to HQ, come in. We're at the target's location.
Copy that, Chris. Move in and procure the target.
Roger that.
What can you tell us about the area?
The satellite scan isn't showing anything out of the ordinary, but regardless, you should expect the unexpected.
Understood.
So this is basically the flashback we see twice in the main game, and it is kind of a callback to the original Resident Evil, where you're in a house full of zombies, one would assume. The Spencer Estate, in fact, I believe was the area. So we may very well just be in the exact same place that Resident Evil 1 was occurring. Of course, this has been remade. Alright. First things to do is see what guns we have. We seem to just have some very basic guns. It's going to pretty much be a full run experience, in my opinion, holding down the A button. I'm in a little bit of a disadvantage. Oh, there is something. The picture's all messed up because I didn't play Resident Evil 1, but I think I've seen a significant amount of it. But I haven't actually I haven't actually ever watched somebody play the entire game. It's kind of hard to even watch people play Resident Evil 1 for its difficult controls. Let's see. There's a square that can fit in here.
With this guy and cranks.
And levers.
He's obsessed. That's what he is.
And now we have 300 of some new currency. It seems just like a point system.
Eagle 6 to Nest. Do you read?
We read you, Eagle 6. Go ahead.
We found some men down. Judging by their wounds, it looks like they were physically assaulted. I figure they're probably Spencer's security. Lord only knows what killed them.
Roger that. We knew this mission wouldn't be a cakewalk. Use extreme caution.
So there are emblems. Let's make sure I can actually hit this. That's not quite as smooth. Like, I kind of have the feeling that all the controls feel a little less smooth than they should be. Like, the electronic lock's broken, so much for going this way. I can definitely tell you that this is, if this is the Spencer State and one of their first attempts to remake it, it certainly wasn't their last attempt. And we've been everywhere now, so let's go pull the lever. Even the remake that did eventually get made, in my opinion, wasn't the remake that should have been made. Like, I would have taken a general concept of an estate like this and then redone everything else. I'd make the rooms bigger, make it make more sense. If anything, I'd say Resident Evil 7 probably is the right move. So there's an assist jump. Like Resident Evil 7 probably is the right remake for Resident Evil 1, just to fully reboot the game and not be stuck with any story or any elements. Look how jumpy this is. And we really are in an era of DLC where it's not even like probably running on the same engine. This is funny. This is the plants that we saw in Resident Evil. These don't break. These are just pictures that probably reference things that we saw in RE5. I believe RE1 is the game with the... Oh, so when you hit a medallion, you just get more points. With the dogs that jump through the windows. But mirrors don't work. Can't open that. We can pretend like we read a document. For all that backstory. And now we've picked up password 3. Interesting. More paintings. A shotgun. Like, we're moving rather quickly here. Guns on the ground. And that, I believe, is how you traveled in Resident Evil 1, is that the camera just moved forward on you through doorways instead of a smooth transition. I don't know why you would want to recreate that. And of course, I guess I have to do the assist jump, which either she's going to now have an adventure that I can't have.
Chris, I'm in a dining room.
Well,
We're working here. I found a weapon I can use.
good for you.
Kinda takes you back, doesn't it?
To Raccoon City? Unfortunately, yeah. That's where all this started.
Hard to believe that was 8 years ago.
Wow, it sounds like she's right next to me.
You're not the only one.
I got the door open.
That's because she was standing next to me. And this really isn't just Resident Evil 1's layout. So I wonder if the idea is that Spencer rebuilt his mansion in the exact same format and layout, and this is in a different place. I mean, I guess if that isn't the case, then Spencer's house has never been searched for Spencer, which is pretty ridiculous. It's kind of strange to have the exact same painting multiple times. I don't know how many zombies we're actually gonna fight in a game like this, or if it's no password this time. All right. So let's take a look here. Go ahead and combine this with this, and then give a significant amount of guns to her. Let's see. This part of the wall is different, obviously. So,
Jill.
Roger.
Apparently only Jill can play the piano. I guess that is what I was supposed to do, is shoot the button. And we can go in and take this emblem. Does this not feel very action-y? This is more of a build-up to horror. Like, we've yet to see a single zombie. And that's not bad. A lot of zombie movies in particular just jump the gun and don't build up the tension. But it kind of does have to happen eventually. Nothing useful here. And RE4 had a bathroom. It was strange. It's a squat toilet and a urinal. Nobody would bother to do that. Like, you wouldn't just put a urinal in a room and then a hole in the floor. Maybe the hole in the floor isn't a squat toilet. It's just a hole in the floor. Well, she kind of walks through the door smoothly. How did she... I guess she just jumped down from there. And I guess I'll just never be able to get up there. That's a shame. I've collected way too many things already. Like, it's a little too quick. This is all happening. And see, if this was more in the element of the main game. So here we have these dogs, and this is the dog scene. But if I'm recalling correctly, the dogs don't attack you until you come back through here. And who knows, since this is a different instance and not Resident Evil 1, it may just never happen. This guy has pictures of himself everywhere. It's locked. Jill might be able to open it.
Jill.
Okay. Okay, it's open.
And I guess the idea is that Jill needed to be there, so you can't just run around in a racing fashion. Even though this does kind of feel like a... This does feel like I'm getting graded. Our funny outfits don't play in this DLC. I suppose that's fine. Giant computer. Alright, so we need the third password before we can open this fake door. And we don't have that third password yet, so... Let's move forward. We also don't have any keys to open anything else. Big metal door. Several proximity mines. Which that scares me a little bit. Like if I really am gonna need all of this equipment, that means the one and possibly only enemy that we fight in this game is gonna be big and powerful.
You grab it.
Roger.
Now she's got a rifle, which in all actuality, and heat sensitive paper. Interesting. Now I would like to give something to her.
I owe you one.
And I'd like to request that. And I'll give her this too.
You bailed me out back there.
There we go. So do I have to go? That's locked from the inside. Do I have to find? Come on. Quit missing. Do I have to go all the way back to the fire to get the heat? Because if I do, it's kind of a far distance. But like either I put in the code, I've not been running, and I can't do anything yet. I can't just use the lamp's heat. I can't use this lamp's heat. Like nothing has attacked us at all. And see, this will be pretty silly if it turns out that nothing actually does attack you, and this was some kind of demo where they just did not have a enemy AI system at all. We clearly hear music. Let's see. And I don't... If I was to equip this and zoom in, like... I don't think there's a way that I could step far enough back and zoom in and like No, that's not working. Burn paper. So we've got password 2. And I don't see a real reason to go back down that direction. This is kind of dull, but I've been playing Bionic Commander, which is the remake of an arcade game from in 2009, and boy was that the first 60% or so of the game incredibly boring. This is nothing compared to that. Like, at least we're finding things. At least the layout of the building seems normal and isn't a simple straight line. So a bunch of test subjects were listed. We've checkpointed. The door opens. Just more blood. Alright. So first things first.
I can't stop it. The controls must be somewhere else.
Come on. I already have a checkpoint, so I don't care if she dies. What are the other controls, I wonder? And you can't hit B to get out. The controls are on this other side of the room. Great. So I'm supposed to be over here. And then probably over here. Your partner died. Continue. Like, that's the first danger in the whole thing. Alright. Before we start, get that. So we got that.
I can't stop it. The controls must be somewhere else.
And we're just gonna run this direction and hope this leads to the controls.
I'll shoot the lock. Stand back. All clear.
There we go. So she needed to shoot the lock. Only from that position. Which is odd because that means that
How to keep a girl waiting.
this section is slightly to the right of the other tunnel. And I guess I can't. I guess that part's just always that part. 3,800 points. Like right now I don't see what the points are going towards, if not just unlocking the normal unlockables in the game, which would be that would mean that buying this DLC helps you unlock unlockables in the main game. Why would you chain somebody on the wall and crush them? Seems like you don't You need 2 rooms, not just 1. And the only thing in the safe is the wooden crank. So, 3rd time down this area with zombie dogs. I guess the idea is that either, if this is his original house, all zombies around in the forest of Spencer's mansion have been killed, or they're still running around, or I guess the question now is, do I want me to do it or my partner to do it? I'd prefer my partner to do it, because I don't think I'll be she'll be put in as much danger. And now we do the spin. I think in a previous recording in this series I said that modern Resident Evils don't have you spinning the dial, and modern games don't. Actually, I was watching some old footage of playing Resident Evil 6, which is still an awful game. Nowhere as good compared to even this, which is not quite as good as Resident Evil 4. They actually still do the spin thing, which that's a little weird. And so I guess I need to revise my statement to say modern games shouldn't do the spin the left stick quick time event thing. Wow. And so we've checkpointed twice, and we haven't fought anybody. And it's kind of like you're just running through a ride experience, not really fighting anything. Like, there's no restart. I guess restart from last checkpoint might be an interesting thing. Like, it just did checkpoints, so let's see what that does. No, it doesn't bring you to the menu. It doesn't let you buy upgrades. It doesn't let you sell things. You just restart. And it's slightly less than 30 minutes, but I think this is as good a point as any to in this recording. This really doesn't feel like this is going to be more than an hour of an experience, and if you didn't get this DLC for free, I would be disappointed with it. Like, an hour experience where 30 minutes of it is not even shooting, that's kind of a disappointment. However, that being said, Resident Evil 5 itself, with all its other modes, is way too big of a game, so it doesn't need this extra DLC at all. If anything, I would have preferred this DLC to be in Resident Evil 6, and that would have at least potentially improved Resident Evil 6. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me, send me a free Steam game that I can cover. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.